Hey guys, good evening and welcome to Motivational Monday. I'm Barbara Ellzey, your host. We have the Queens with us this evening, so stick around. The Queens are coming. Hey, good evening. I am so excited with being with you guys this evening. As I said, the Queens are coming. I am excited to have these women on this platform this evening. You know, a lot of times we look at pageants. Well, the old mindset was when we used to look at pageants, we used to just think, these just simple-minded women or whatever. But I tell you, long gone are those days. We have women who are in pageants who are doing phenomenal things in their lives. And I just wanted to introduce some of the queens that I know on this platform. Unfortunately, I was trying to bring my queen on. We had some technical difficulties, so I'm so glad that you guys hung around. But before we get started, why don't you just go ahead and like and share, share, and subscribe. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. And so go ahead and share it with your friends that they may come onto this platform as well. Again, this is Motivational Monday, and I enjoy doing Motivational Monday. I have a lot of fun, as a matter of fact. But tonight, like I said, we have the queen. And honey, I didn't put my ice on and everything. I got my bling bling on because I said, the queens are coming. So I got to make sure that I'm blinging as well, honey. Like last week, we had Tia on here and Sabrina, and they are like fashion designers and all of that. I said, let me go in my closet and bring out some because I don't want to be raggedy when these designers come onto my platform. But again, this evening, we're going to have some good fun. Make sure you ask some questions for these ladies because what they're doing in the community is really, really extraordinary. So again, I want to welcome the queens here on this platform. We have with us tonight Sharon Chester. Yes, there they are. Woo, 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 woo. I love it. Tonight we have with us Sharon Chester. She is the founder. She's the executive director of Family First CL Foundation, I believe. She's also Miss Illinois American Nation. She was reigned 2021 as Miss Illinois America. She's the now reigning queen for Miss American Nation 2021-2022. We also have with us tonight Lauren Ransom. Lauren is the host and producer of Lunch with Lauren. She has her own show. She's also the former Miss Midwest World 2020, and she has an upcoming project that I will let her share that herself. And also tonight we have on our platform Queen Lasagna Alexander. She is the CEO and founder of Moms Can Do It Too. Now this woman has 7 children. Hello. 6 sons and 1 daughter. And she reigns as Miss Illinois American Excellent Sophisticated that's a lot. 2021-22. Listen, welcome to the platform. The queens are coming. We're going to have some good conversation tonight. Welcome, ladies. Hey. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we hear you fine.
Wonderful. Pretty Lauren, she is frozen. Lauren is frozen. But I am so glad that you guys are here just to get a chance to share your platform on this platform of some wonderful things that you guys are doing. I was reading, what you sent in, your information. I was like, wow, they do a whole lot. So I'm going to let you all talk about your own things and what you are doing in the community before I begin to ask you the questions that I really want to know. As you know, some years ago, I think it was 2015 and 2016, I had a pageant as well. I tell you, that is not an easy thing to do. Pageants, it's not easy. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scene and doing a pageant. I think I got the bug from Tina Denard. She was the executive director of Miss Black Illinois. And I attended my first one. I was like, this is beautiful. And I went to Tina. I said, how can I help you? How can I help you? And I said, whatever you need, I'll do it for you. And Lord behold, the following year, I was co-directing with her. And that gave me the experience. I got that. I was bit. I was bit by the crown. Didn't know what I was doing, but I said, this is beautiful. So I wanted to create a program, a platform for plus size women. But it's so much work. And as you queens know, a lot of work goes into these pageants, and especially when you're behind the scene trying to bring it all together and make it all work. And then when the people see it, they be like, oh, that's so beautiful. They have no idea. They have no idea what you have gone through to make this presentation in front of them. So I just want to hear from each of you before I begin these questions, asking you guys. I hope that the other ladies will be able to join us. Wilma, and I know that Christina had some technical difficulties, but she was my Miss Voluptuous USA. And then she went on and began to won another title. So I thank God for her, as well as her daughter Lyric. I wanted Lyric to come on here because her daughter Lyric won Miss Too Cute pageant. So she got bit by the crown as well. So, but anyway, let me hear from you guys. Lauren, I'm going to start with you. Tell me the things that you do. I just want you to share with our audience. I know you're a host and producer of your own show. Tell me about those things that you do.
All right. So, hi, everyone. Again, my name is Lauren Ransom. Yes, I am the host and creator of the Lunch with Lauren show. We broadcast on Sundays from 2 to 4. It's a fun opportunity just for me just to talk about the things that are going on, like you're getting together with me as your friend, like you're having lunch with me, right? Like that's the premise of the show. So, but yes, before that or with that, yes, I am the former Miss Midwest US World 2020. I have been in pageantry since the age of 8. So I am afraid to say how many years, but I will kind of say it. I can now. Carrot and 9 and the 1 and the 2. I'd say about 30 something years in pageantry. I won't say how many years. I won't tell my age yet. I have been in the role from being a title holder to a coach to a director. Currently a director for another system that I'm a former national queen for, giving back to a system that was very good to me. As a national queen, another system of service that is very platform driven. And in addition to that, is it time for me to tell my upcoming project, Ms. Barber?
Okay. No, hold it. Don't tell it yet. Okay. Hold it. Yeah, hold it.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll wait. Yes, ma'am. I'll wait. But yes, just a lover of pageantry. Have met some of the most fantastic women across the world through some fabulous sisterhoods. Actually, believe in allowing women to have a chance for a platform to edify themselves and just to show the true picture and the true many faces of who women are. And pageantry has been a great way to do that. So I'm blessed to still be in that industry, to still compete, even though I'm 46, going on 47, and still hanging in.
Wow. I tell you, Black just don't crack around these parts. You know what I'm saying? It just don't crack. Miss Lasagna. Yeah, I know. It doesn't crack. Miss Lasagna.
Yes, ma'am.
I know you haven't been feeling well, but you look wonderful, honey, as usual. You look wonderful. But tell me about yourself and what it is that you do.
Well, once again, I'm Queen Lasagna Alexander. The first thing, I'm a super, super proud mom of 7 beautiful children and almost 9 grandchildren. I have my 9th grandchild due in 2 days. So excited about that. I am currently battling COVID. God is good. I'm almost at the finish line. So I want to share how good God is with that. I appreciate all the prayers that I've been getting. And as far as pageantry, ironically, the young lady who just spoke, Lauren, my dear sweet sister, is the person that introduced me to pageantry.
Wow.
And yes.
Yes.
She introduced me to pageantry in 2017, and it's been a love affair ever since then. I am a servant. I'm the CEO of Moms Can Do It Too, which is a organization surrounded around supporting single moms transitioning back into the workforce, or trying to reinvent themselves and rebuild their lives after some of life's struggles and some challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I myself have been through quite a bit, so I take my experiences and I encourage and uplift and provide resources for moms. I
Okay.
had a huge surprise upcoming. I was supposed to launch it. I'll share it a little later, Barbara. But
Okay.
COVID kind of
All
stopped me in my tracks. But it's still on the rise. I'm
okay.
currently Miss Illinois America Elegant Sophisticate 2021. My
Come on now.
national pageant is October, so I want you guys to cheer me on. And that's pretty much it for now.
That is wonderful. That's wonderful. And
Thank
I
you.
saved you for last. I just saved you for last. I mean, you guys are doing some extraordinary things, and it is really like debunking the myth. Years ago, we're going to talk about that. Years ago, we didn't see a lot of us in pageants. We weren't allowed, but something that you said, Lauren, these pageants, it does create a sisterhood, and it gives us a platform where we can share what we do, how we do, and who we are. So, Sharon, Chester, I know you have a lot that is going on. Every time I look up, you somewhere doing something. But isn't that what pageantry about? It's about serving. It's
Yes.
about serving. It really is. So tell me about what you do and
So,
all that you do.
like, I wear a multitude of hats. Um, First, I am the founder and executive director of Family First CL Foundation. It
Mhm.
is a all around like complete resource center in which we provide resources to those in the community, families that are suffering from food insecurity, the disabled, seniors. What I wanted to do, uh, the foundation was founded based on the legacy of my dad, who we live on the west side of Chicago. And my dad would always give back to the community. He would give back to kids. Kids would didn't have food or whatever. My dad would just like take money out of his pocket and buy them something to eat. Or if it was Easter time, and we go to church on Easter, and if they didn't have an outfit or something for Easter, my dad would do for them. So it kind of grew from there. When he passed away, I wanted to continue his legacy and continue doing great things in the community. So we founded the foundation. And before COVID, we were providing groceries to the community in those in areas that were considered food deserts and had high levels of food insecurity. And then once COVID hit, um, we saw that there was a need, especially with seniors, to get food to them. When COVID hit, senior buildings were shut down and no one can get in. So you had seniors who were used to having a caregiver or somebody come to their building to help or assist them. Now they don't have groceries. Now they don't have somebody cooking for them. So what we did is we went and we bought groceries, we bought hand sanitizers, gloves, and we took it to those seniors, as well as if they needed their medication, we picked up their medication and different things like that.
Mhm.
During that time, I looked up and researched all the methods of how to effectively COVID free and COVID safely give away food to the community. And we came up with the motto that everybody has taken up on themselves, the drive through groceries, giving groceries away and driving up and giving them away. And now everyone uses that method. So during COVID of last year, we were able to feed over 20,000 families.
Oh,
And that's a great
wow.
thing to do. And we
Awesome. Awesome.
and still continuously today do awesome things. Like you said, I'm always moving and doing things in the community. I did a We did a grocery and houseware giveaway on Saturday. We did a back to school backpack giveaway. And the great thing about what we do is our foundation is completely self funded. God has truly blessed us that my mom and myself, we are able to purchase the items and give them away to the community. Um,
Mhm.
so that is an awesome thing that we do. And then because of that, I met Miss Lasonia this is I've only been doing pageantry for 2 years, and when they said this is a sisterhood, it truly is a sisterhood because
Mhm.
I've met both of these young ladies and I've
Mhm.
spent time with them and hung out with them, and it truly is a sisterhood. I was in American Elegance pageant system last year, year before last, and I met some awesome women that are doing great things within the
Yes.
community. And then after that system, I was introduced to American Nation pageant system by Dr. Crystal O'Kake. And within that, I competed and competed for Miss Illinois. And because of the great things that I do within the community, this
Mhm.
pageant system is based on community service and you being out in the community.
Mhm.
It is a empowerment organization that empowers women to be their best, as
Yes.
Mhm.
well as to mentor other young girls and women so that they
Yeah.
can be their best and develop into future leaders. And my so I competed and I was as Miss Illinois. I got to do some awesome things, have some great opportunities. I got to travel the country. I got to go to Arizona for a week and see how they battle or they deal with food insecurity in Arizona. And I didn't know that the things that we do here, like grocery giveaways,
Mhm.
it's illegal to feed the homeless in Arizona. And
Mhm.
I was like shocked about that. They was like, no, you can't give them food. I was like, why you can't do that? And then I got to go to Florida and see what they do in Florida. So I used I use pageantry as a way to learn about and to get my platform out there and get to meet
Mhm.
different public officials and do different things and
Okay.
like that. And so in
Mhm.
June the 6th of this year, I competed for the national title in which I won.
Okay.
It's
Awesome.
Nation. And
Awesome.
so
Awesome.
it's an awesome thing to do.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. So here's the question. I always ask my guests the why. I always want to know why people do what they do. So let me ask you first, Lasagna. Why did you enter a pageant and why did you want to win?
Well, initially, I share this often. The first thing I told Lauren, I can't do pageantry. I'm plus size. I'm 40 something years old. And she said, come and talk to these women and come and meet these women. So I went to a boot camp and I met the women and I heard their stories. And in that moment, I learned that it was about sharing their stories and inspiring. And I said, I'm called to do this. I'm called to do this. And I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to win because I wanted to inspire. That's it. Just to show
Mm-hmm.
women that that you can do anything that you set out to do.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing is to inspire people.
Mm-hmm.
And especially plus size, right?
Yes.
Because they, we have this stigma. There's stigma on everything. There's stigma on
Mhm.
plus size. There's stigmas on short women, tall women, skinny women. It's just
Mm-hmm.
stigmas all over the
Mhm.
place, right?
Yes.
But
Mhm.
especially with plus size, they can't be in a pageant. Well, when I brought this pageant together and the ladies they tried out, I didn't know what I was doing. Let me just put that out there. I just thought it was something. It was beautiful. I learned as I went along. Um, but one of the things that I noticed about the pageant for the plus size women is that their self esteem was just off the chart.
Yes.
It was
Mm-hmm.
off the chart. Yeah, it was off the
Mhm.
chart. And the day, and those that was shy, that seemed like they was kind of shy, the day of the pageant, and they hit that stage at DuSable
Mhm.
Museum, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know.
I'm
I was
telling
like,
you.
who is that? Because they took
Yes.
on
When
this,
you hit
And
the
that's what
stage,
happens to
What
me.
you
That's what
you
yeah,
know,
you
yeah.
hit
they took
yeah.
on that, and they went out there. I mean, some of the shyest ones, like, I don't know. But once the lights went bam on the
Mhm.
at the DuSable,
And you
I
hit
No,
that
had
runway,
it went through
it's
the
over.
it went through the roof.
it.
I'll tell you, for
Mhm.
years I got so tired of hearing as a plus size woman and a mother of seven. Oh my! Oh, you look decent to have seven children. Oh, you
Hmm.
still got somewhat of a shape. Oh, you're not that big. I got tired of hearing that.
Mhm.
And once I got into
Mhm.
pageantry, oh, Lauren has no idea, honey. I'm like, Lord, I didn't know. I was beautiful on the inside and the
Mm-hmm.
outside. And I try to let women know that, like, now I'm doing modeling. I would have never thought
Yep.
to do modeling, but when I hit that stage and I hear those plus size sisters yell and scream because they're me, I
Yeah.
can't explain the feeling that it has.
I know. I saw it up close and personal, and I just was like, "What is happening here?" They just all went into it, and it's just it's really a self-esteem
Yes,
builder. It
Yes.
just brings
Very
something
much
out
so.
of you. It's beautiful.
it's
It is
beautiful.
so beautiful. I was just captivated by the gowns and the talents and the
Mm-hmm.
girls, and
Mhm.
I was like, "This is gorgeous. Oh my
Yes,
God!"
a
And
blessing.
it is really a blessing. Let's Lauren, why
Hmm.
did you enter the pageant, and why did you want to win? Because everyone, here's the thing, this is what I know
Hmm.
of
Right.
being owning a pageant. Everybody wants to win. Some people say, "Oh, it's okay if I don't win." Everybody wants to win. I
Yes,
know that
Hmm.
firsthand, but
yes.
everyone can't win. Everyone can't win, but the experience is really,
Hmm.
really good.
Mhm.
So, Lauren, why did you enter a pageant, and why did you want to win?
So every time I enter, I'm not going to front. I want to win. I'm not going to
That's
win.
honest.
But
Yes.
but the reality is, it's every pageant for me is something different to maybe what I'm going through. So for example, when I competed, I've been competing since I was little. So being a young girl, my mom put me in stuff. You win because you want the shiny crown and the tiara and to say you won. So as they
Mhm.
say, as a child, I entered and had that motivation. As I grew as a woman, when I would enter a competition, my purpose or my push for the crown would be different. So when I won American Elegance, the national pageant, I was in a different space because I really wanted the platform to speak to other women and how to edify themselves and to polish the jewels in their crown, which was my platform at that time.
Yes.
After that crown, I then went to US and won that one, whose national platform was breast cancer awareness, and to move through that kind of service work that system did. And then I from pageant
Oh, she went out.
Are you here with us, Lauren?
better. It made me want to compete and do different things in different pageants. So when I went to Globe, it was
Hmm.
about physical fitness, me challenging myself to be better. So every pageant I enter, it's forcing me to be a better version of myself.
Mhm.
Right.
That's really what it's
Exactly.
about for me. So like that's what World was. So World was pre-COVID. I wanted to enter World like, okay, this is gonna be I'm going for the Miss World title. Like, cause this is gonna
Hmm.
pull together all the years, all the work and all those things. And then COVID said, nope, you're not going to. So I'm like, oh great, thanks. That means I still gotta keep competing. Cause this was gonna be my last one. Like Miss World was gonna be retirement for me. It was like, nope, I'm done. But now again, still it's like, okay, 46, 47. Let's show women approaching 50. You can still get on stage
Oh,
and still be
yes.
graceful and beautiful and do all
Yes.
kinds of great things. So it's like it's carrying me through the phases of my life for me to challenge myself to be the best me, to win the crown for other women that I know that are possibly in the same journey, and to tell the
Hmm.
story so that other women don't feel by themselves or feel alone wherever they are in their journey.
Exactly. That's beautiful. Sharon, why did you, well, I kind of heard why you entered the pageant, and your father was like an influence on you. But why did you want to win? Did you want to win because you want to have, one of the things about it, even when you win or not win, that crown is powerful. Have you guys experienced that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Your
That
Absolutely.
crown.
crown, that crown will get you in some rooms,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
does.
does.
it
I
doesn't
can.
it?
Your
Doesn't it?
crown and your
And
sash
some
opens a
Yeah,
respect.
your
lot of
crown,
doors for you.
that crown and sash open doors
Respect.
for you.
Hmm.
Something is going on. They say, oh, a queen is here, and
Hmm.
in the room you go. I know. Wonderful. So that crown and that sash, it does have, uh,
Wait.
it has weight. It has power. People
Yes.
love that. It's the beauty of it, when you step into the room. So let me ask you this, Sharon, because you have already said, well, why did you enter a pageant? And what age were you? You said 2 years ago, right? That you entered the
This is my
pageant.
second year. This is my second year in pageant.
Only? This is your
This is my
only?
only second
I,
year.
I thought.
When I entered American Elegance pageant
Mhm.
in 2019. and it was because of one of my pageant sisters, Sabia Hussein, and she actually won the title that year. And Runway Diva is what I was going to do. And Runway Diva was, you can get out here and you don't have to have any pageant experience. You can do Runway Diva. And so I got bit by the bug. And so the next year, I was like, I didn't know anything about pageantry, never done it, did anything. So I competed and it was okay. And I didn't win. I took like second runner up, but I was determined the next year to come back and to win. And I improved the things that I didn't know. I worked on stage presentation, worked on my outfit, took notes from other sisters in the things, because I wanted to improve. Because like you said, you want that crown.
You want the crown. Yes.
But unfortunately, I didn't win. And then I went back to work. And then another pageant person saw me and invited me to hers. And again, I was like, you know what? I am determined to win. I want this crown. So for a whole year, whatever I needed to do to improve on my public speaking, my dress, because the whole thing is for me, it has been about development and improvement. I wanted to be better than that Sharon was that competed that year before.
Exactly.
So I wanted to develop and to learn. So when I went and competed for Miss Illinois, I came in there with my A game. I was like, my dress gonna look like this. I want to look like this. I called LaSonia was there when I was, and she was like, she motivated me, like, you got this, you can do this. And I was a completely different person. And then when I won Miss Illinois, the next step was the big crown. I was like, I want this big crown. What do I have to do to get this crown? And I tell you, when they say manifest and pray on things, I did. I kept speaking into existence, and I kept saying, I'm going to be Miss American Nation. I'm going to be Miss American Nation 2021, 2022. So every day, my little manifestation board, I visioned that I was going to be that. So when they were talking about your gowns, I was like, okay, I want my gown to look like this, because I wanted to be a better version of who I was.
Right.
Then I improved, and then Miss Sonia was there when I won national. When I won national, she was there, and she made me cry because she was like, "Wait a minute, that's so different." And when you talk about hitting that stage, when you hit that stage,
I know,
eyes on you,
she killed it.
I can tell you, when I got on that stage, my alter ego kicked in, and
that's I was gonna say. Right.
We all have
it was a big long stage. I wanted everybody to see me from the front of the stage all the way to the back. You was gonna see me, because I was determined to walk out of there with the crown that day.
And you did, and you walked out with it.
It has taught me. It has empowered me. It has taught me to be to have more personal development, and challenged me to be a better person than I am today than what I was yesterday. And
what I did, just to interject, what I did when I had Miss Voluptuous, it was Diva, and then it had to change. The name had to change because Miss Voluptuous is now in England. It is now in Switzerland. It's in Puerto Rico, and it's in different places now. So we had to change this to Miss Voluptuous USA, because this, even though I don't do it anymore, it has taken off. And because sometimes, God give you a vision for something, and then it's not always for you. You know what I'm saying? So it went into another hand, and I was connected with someone in England, and it's so good to be connected, have someone that can connect you and doing different things. I was connected to this woman through Derek Scepter. I think that's Derek's last name, but Derek is Mr. Pageant. I mean, he can do it, all of it, and he connected us, and she did it in England. As a matter of fact, when Christina won, I sent her over to Paris because they was launching. And so she went over there as a guest judge over in Paris. But one of the things that I did with the women, not just to push them out there, we went through a preparation. They had to learn how to walk. You know, they had to learn how to project their voice, how to talk, you know, and not, you know, just really project so they can be convincing. You can't get up there and be, you know, like mousy and you're not convincing, because the people are not going to take you serious. And also, you know, everything about you, your presentation, as you said, Sharon, you know, your presentation, your facial, all of that. So they went through a lot of things to prepare them, a preparation, I should say, to prepare them to when they hit that stage. And they even had a dance choreographer for their number. And when they did that, some of them, you know, they was in the background and they was like, oh, I don't know. And when they hit that stage, their legs start flying and stuff. I was like, what is happening?
Like, who is this?
Yeah. They walked when that music said boom, they came out, honey, and they were swinging and I guess with the crowd roaring, and that just really, that just really does it and stuff. But it was a beautiful thing. Let me ask you, ladies, what was the hardest part of the pageant? What was the hardest? As you was competing, what was the hardest part for you, Lasagna?
Moments of self-doubt. I'll tell you, for me, because I've won first runner-up 3 times. So you can imagine how difficult that could be. You have to remain graceful, but there is always that question, what could I have done better? And why? Why wasn't I good enough? Why was I so close? So the hardest thing during the competition is, for me, is that moment when you say, oh goodness, I know I could have did that better. So I'll tell you, my last pageant, my onstage question, that's where all my confidence went out the window, because I didn't answer the question completely. And I knew in that moment that I cost myself a great amount of points in the pageant. And I beat myself up for it for a long time. But you have to grow and you have to learn. And at the end of the day, know that when God says it's your time, it's your time.
Right.
You can't be bitter. You know, you have to cheer the other person on.
Yes, you do.
I'm sorry. And learn from it. And that's one thing I'll tell you that I respected about Sharon. I watched her take what she didn't do well, and she improved and worked on herself. And that's what I've continued to do. I've continued to remain humble. But at the end of the day, even if I didn't win that crown, I'm still a queen. I'm God's queen of queens. So.
You're still a queen. That's right. And you still got that crown and that sash, and you can walk up to any event and they're going to be like, can I take a picture with you? You know, all the time. That crown and sash is something else. Boy.
Yeah, and the crown has to continue to work even after you don't win that day, because that really says truly who you are. You know, a lot of queens, as soon as they don't win, you don't see them anymore. They're gone.
Yeah,
you know, they disappear.
That's true.
You know, and it's a blessing for me to still be able to carry a sash and crown and continue to work with it and utilize it along with my organization. So a lot of don't realize that. So
you said something.
You're going to continue. I'm sorry.
You said something that was so very important, that you have to remain graceful, right? Because everyone can't win. There's only one winner. There's only one winner, and you have a first runner up or whatever. But everyone can't win. I know when I did my pageant, and they called the winner, right? The other ladies just left the stage. I was like, where they at? They just walked off. But you know, and I was like, wow, that's not the way to do it. But everyone, you know, everyone can't win. And when the judges have spoken, they've spoken. Period.
That's it.
Period. You know,
and that's one of the things too, that when when I didn't win, the whole thing of this, you have to realize that you have to realize who's watching you. So if you walk off stage as a sore loser, you got to imagine you got young girls in the audience is looking at you.
That's right.
what is that saying for you that, oh, I'm a sore loser, I didn't win, so I'm a pout about it? No, if since I didn't win, I congratulated the person, gave her a hug, and was like, I am so proud of you, or whatever. But I know that, like Queen LaSonia said, when you have that self-doubt, that's when you have to dig deep in yourself and say, I want to make this better. Because that's what I did. I knew the things that I wanted to improve on. So next year, when I came back and repeated next year, if I didn't have my gown wasn't right, I'm going to make sure my gown is right this time. My makeup wasn't right, I'm going to make sure I do the research and get somebody that can do my makeup. My stage presentation, I was a little squeamish, but what I did is I got in front of that mirror every day and projected and made when somebody asked me that question, I'm gonna make sure that I can speak confidently and tell you the question that I had.
And those skills that you learned during the pageant, and I know, Lauren, you can agree with this, those skills are projecting your voice, walking with confidence, being mindful of your presentation. That spills over into every area of your life. And you're so right, Sharon. You're so right, because you have girls watching you. So they, and if you're storming off, and being a sore loser, so that's going to teach them as well that when they don't win, this is what happens. But that's not how it's supposed to happen, because again, in a pageant, there's only one winner, only one winner.
The thing about pageants is that it reveals a lot about who a woman is, how she approaches it, how she competes, and how she ends the pageant, right? To all the women here, and Barbara, just kind of for women to represent or to be that queen, right? It's the total package. It's speaking, it's presentation, it is the grace in and on stage, but also being able to be in a room no matter what happens, to answer a question, for things to kind of come differently. It isn't just about a physical presentation, which it is part of it, which, let's be honest, is important for women to have an appropriate physical presentation when you walk in a room. Let's not pretend like that's just not how life is. You want to walk into and present yourself in a certain kind of way.
Exactly.
But pageantry also, it teaches you, like Miss Sharon said, just how to speaking on stage. Some people are definitely afraid of getting behind a mic. Not a pageant girl, honey. You better answer that question when they ask you and be ready to go. And you learn that skill. It's a skill you learn. And so the more you do this, you have a great opportunity just to grow. It helps, as she said, as both ladies mentioned, it's helping become a better version of yourself through the pageantry process.
Yeah, exactly. It's LaSonia, don't put your finger in the camera.
She was trying to point like, yeah, I agree.
I hope she said, well, I will agree. I'm like, why she put the finger in the camera? And you're so right, by that. The pageant can teach you so much, but I didn't get a chance to ask you, Lauren, what was the hardest part in the pageant for you? Now, when I was doing it with the young ladies, they was like, they freeze up at the interview. And we've seen that on national stage as well, when they're doing Miss America and all of that, that the women would freeze up. But what was the hardest part for you in competing in the pageants?
So in competing in a lot, I have to be honest, every year I won a national crown, I did not have the wardrobe that I wanted. And I'll be honest, everything just went wrong for me. Like my first national crown, my gown didn't come from New York. So I literally had to pull together stuff out my closet. It was just crazy. I didn't have all the things that I felt I wanted to present on stage, which was God's blessing, because it forced me to have to present something else and not rely on clothes.
Okay.
Right? Some people rely on wardrobe and think they can buy that title based on the dress and just this certain kind of presentation. So it forced me to have to still be me, be genuine, because I never felt my wardrobe was where I wanted it to be for competition. That has always been my thing. So then, to LaSonia's point, that's that self-doubt thing. When you're looking at someone else's gown, like, oh my God, her gown is fabulous. Like, oh my God, her suit is great. Like, oh my God, her opening number dress is everything. Like, oh my God, I look terrible. And why the heck did I get on this stage?
And why am I doing this in the first place?
what have I gotten myself into? But then, you have to go back with, okay, Lord, all right, let me just be me. let me just be me at this point, and just give them what I can, which is me. Have fun in the process, and you let go of the result at that point. You say, okay, I gotta let go. I can't control it, but all I can do is give them the best me for where I am right now. So that's been the
One of,
hardest thing.
one of the things for me is that seeing all of these Black women and just, I mean, that is absolutely gorgeous with these gowns. It's just so,
Mhm.
it's so very beautiful. And I've been able to sit in the audience, even at my own pageant, just sit there and just, I like to observe. When I do an event, I like to stand back and observe the attendees, and how they're perceiving the event and if they're enjoying it. But one of the things that I really loved was watching the young girls and the teen girls
Yeah.
and how their eyes was lighting up, when they see these women coming out. That does a lot. That does a lot for their self-esteem, and even say maybe this is something that they wanted to do. Because here's the thing, when you put that crown on, Lauren, Sharon, and Lasagna, you put that crown on, you're an example.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Period. It's just like Charles Barkley said one time, I ain't trying to be an example. When you pick that ball up and you went national, international, you're an example. You're an
Yes.
example. So when you guys put on that crown and that sash, the world is expecting you to act a certain way. Can
Yep.
you imagine a queen with a crown and a sash on, and every word come out her mouth is profanity? And
Mm-hmm.
that's not, that can't happen. Or it's just a way that a queen carries herself, and
Yep.
everyone takes notice of it.
You're held to a higher standard.
And
Yeah.
yep.
I know with me being I'm a working queen, because I'm out in the community. Young girls see me all the time and they like, oh, Miss Sharon, I like your crown, I like your sash. Can I like your crown? I want to wear your sash. Because a lot of, like I tell them all the time, I'm nobody special. I'm just like them. So
Right.
Yep.
I want them to see that you can do this. You can be me. You can go out in the community and do the things in the community. You can give back. I want to be that mentor, that motivator, that
Right.
empowerment woman that shows young girls, and that is that example to young girls that I can do that. If I want to be president, vice president, I can do that. I want to be the next queen, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I take that very, very personally when I wear my crown and my sash. I don't need a crown and a sash to be a queen, but when you have it on, you're held to a higher standard.
You are.
For
You're being
sure.
looked at. You're
Yeah.
you because you have this crown and sash on, you've earned it and you've worked for it. So
Right.
don't let that good work or the things that you've done, don't let it get tarnished. And that's why I look at it every time I put on my crown and sash. People will tell you, hey, that girl worked for that.
Yeah.
She didn't just pay for it. She didn't just spend some money and they handed her a title. No, I worked for mine.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
I want to give
Exactly.
that example for
Mhm.
young, especially young Black girls, to
Yeah.
show
Yep.
them that I can do this.
Right.
And Sharon does that. She does this. She's out in the community. She does that. So when they ask me, can I wear your crown? Can I wear your sash? I'm like, here, because you know what? This can be you one day.
Exactly. Exactly. What has changed now is that I was looking at that beauty with brains. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on in pageants now, because there's so much that women are doing in the pageants.
Right.
And so that's going to segue me right into Lauren. You got an announcement. What it is that you got coming up? Your new
Ooh, yes. So being in this industry for a while, I am excited. I will be launching a store and site called justforpageantgirls.com. It is coming this fall. It is something that it's for the pageant girl and all of us. So for queens to get those things that we know that we only like,
Mhm.
that speak to
The
us in
bling
that special
bling, the
kind of
big
way,
earrings.
guys. The fun things, just in those small little things that are dear to us in our pageantry journey. A lot of times people also don't know also how kind of introverted sometimes a pageant girl is. So sometimes her journal is very important to her. Those little
Oh, yeah.
keepsakes she keeps, those little photos, those little mementos that help her in those moments where she does have to calm her nerves, where she does need to sit in silence and meditate and pray, where she
Yeah.
does have to turn off the lights in that bathtub in the hotel room that weekend and just sit there and say, woosah, I need my peace.
Right.
Because they pick up
Exactly.
rehearsal in the morning, and then you're at breakfast, then you got to do your interview, and then you're fitting, and you're in hair and makeup. So it's something just for pageant girls that will understand when they start to see the curated items in the store, working on, being present at other systems to have gifts for queens, just to know, because there's those little things that a pageant girl needs just in
Right.
certain moments, and a pageant girl knows what it is. That's why it's called justforpageantgirls.com. So I'm excited that this store will be opening this fall.
Yay.
Awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes.
Sharon, before I get to Lasagna, what's next? What's next for you, Sharon?
Well, for me, I was telling you guys earlier, I am part of a collection of book called She is the Ish 20 Extraordinary Women. I am part of a book. I wrote a chapter in it. So it's out. You guys want one? Please give me a call. The second thing is I am a brand ambassador. I am like a director for American Kids Multicultural Organization, which is an empowerment organization for kids. This is like and we had the same day as the pageant here in Chicago. They had American Kids Multicultural Chicago Fashion Show. We will be actually having one in October in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
So if anyone has any kids that are interested in empowerment, learning different skills of empowerment, and we are offering that class at the show, which is in Vegas, October the 4th. I think it's October the 3rd. So from there, and then I want to do more in the community, hopefully run for office one day, because I would like to have a seat at the table of change. So just doing things that I do in the community.
That's awesome. The multicultural pageant. What is the name of the lady that's over there? I forget her name.
Dr. Crystal O'Kake.
Okay, and then there's someone else named that's escaping me right now. I know she does something with that as well. It'll come to me. Lasagna?
Yes.
You got a new project coming up?
Yes. It was actually due to launch this Sunday, but COVID tried to kick it back.
Okay.
But, Moms Can Do It Too, through my nonprofit, will be launching Love Food Sundays. So we will be cooking for the homeless every other Sunday. And I will be soliciting my queens to help. And then in October, I am hosting an event. So I have Moms Can Do It Too. Many people may not know, but I have Dads Can Do It Too and Kids Can Do It Too. So Kids Can Do It Too will be hosting its first event. So I will be announcing that soon. So I'm excited about that. And next month, I'll be going to New York. I'll be modeling for Beauty is Everywhere, New York Fashion Week, for 5 different designers.
You ladies are doing it. Wow.
So, thank you.
This is so wonderful. I'm telling you, the things that you guys are doing are just wonderful. Wonderful. I wish you all the success. And I'm so glad that you guys came onto Motivational Mondays platform just to share with the women, because a lot of times they'd be like, what? They just in pageants and stuff. No, we have our own organizations.
Yes.
We travel. We do this, we hosting our own, radio show. It's just a lot that is going on, and so we debunking all those stigmas that, they just getting in pageants just to put on lashes and stuff like that. No, we getting in pageants so we can be examples to these young girls, so we can empower our community, empower our sisters, and most important, for sisterhood.
Yes.
Most important for sisterhood. I like how you say, I'm going to call on my pageant sisters to come help. And that's what happens, to call on them. And, whenever you all show up and stuff, I just loved it. I'd be like, the queens are here, honey. Let me get out of the way. The queens are coming in.
And it's another fun way to celebrate femininity. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest sometimes that we forget because we do so much. And, I think we've lost sometimes the art of femininity too in a lot of ways. And so
Yeah.
this is opportunity to say that yes, I work. As Miss Sharon said, you usually see me in my sweats, my jeans, because I'm giving food. Like that moment is not about me being pretty, but then also you give me that moment, honey. I can clean up nice and get on that stage and let y'all have it.
Like I said, honey, something happened when y'all get on that stage. I don't know what goes on. Baby, it'd be like every man for himself and God for us all. I love you, but I'm out. It's a beautiful thing. What
one
do
thing,
you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lasagna.
One thing that I learned, and this is from Lauren sharing passages with me. Any blessing that you have, I feel like we have a divine responsibility to share it with others.
Yeah.
And that's one thing a lot of women lose sight in pageantry. When you get in these organizations or you get in with these pageant systems, it's your responsibility to recruit. And it's not about recruiting for monetary gain. It's about recruiting to share the life change that you experience with pageantry.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody knows I'm a queen seeker. I will try to snatch a queen and recruit a queen in a minute. And that's one thing I love about you, Miss Barbara. When I tell you are a queen seeker, maker, lover, honorer, supporter, that's special about you. But I think that's our God-given responsibility. We should share that. Pageantry is a blessing, and we should share it.
One of the things that it's funny that you say that. I have a girlfriend. She just started not recently. I don't think it's a year old, but it's called Lipstick Conversation, right? I was like, why I ain't come up with that? You be hearing some good stuff. You're like, I should have had Lipstick Conversation. And she was just talking about the connector. Here's the thing, God blesses us to meet so many people. And I think God, especially when you get out in the community, you meet so many people, and when you support, and that's one of the things that I love doing. I love to support what other people are doing. If I can get there, it was at one time I would be hitting 3 events on one day. I go over here and spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes just to show up, because we need that support.
Yes,
we need that support from one another. And so being able to connect women together, it is a blessing, because we need one another.
Yes.
We need one another at the end of the day. We need that to be done for us to connect one another. Miss Sharon?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if you have children. Do you have children?
I have 3. I have a 20-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 14-year-old.
What? She said, I got a 20-year-old. I thought you was 29. What are you talking about?
I'm 46.
That's right, honey. We'll put
Come
up
on.
on it. That's right.
Black don't crack.
Black don't crack, girl. Oh my God.
Yes.
What is your children? What does your children, Sharon, say about you being in pageants?
Actually, my kids, they kind of think it's really cool. My 20-year-old, she's like, Mom, you doing this today? Like when I won, my kids have always been there, and so when I went and got my gowns and stuff, my baby was like, Mom, ooh, that looks so pretty, Mom. And then my middle daughter, she's the fashionista, so she's like, Mom, I don't like that. You don't like that at all. But my kids are they're more excited that Mom is doing the things that she's doing, because I am laying that example for them. I am showing them that, you know what, Mom waited this old in life and she didn't let it stop her. She's still doing what she has to do. She's still servicing the community, and she's using pageantry as a way to get her message out there and to empower others. Because I love doing pageantry. I got bit by the bug. I've only been doing it for 2 years, but like you said, this crown and this sash opened up doors for me.
Oh, honey, you can go anywhere.
And you use it properly.
Yeah.
You can do some great things and some awesome things. I've met some wonderful people. I've done some great events. I've been able to speak at a lot of events. And one of the things that I like about it so much is the fact that I am an example to young women and girls that I can motivate, inspire, and empower them to be the best version of themselves.
And you know what? And that's a wonderful thing, Sharon. I applaud you on that. But I didn't know you was 46. I thought you was 29. Anyway, really, girl. Lasagna, I know you have 7 children. I see you out there with your sign. Y'all not gonna do this. Y'all, she's an advocate.
I don't
Just
play.
everything. How do your children be there?
Yes.
Sharon, do your children be there when you're competing? Okay, your children are there, Lasagna. What do they think about it?
Oh, my children are excited. They feel like I'm living now. For most of my life, all I've done is work and take care of my children. So they're excited that I found a vehicle that drives me, that I can also involve them in, because my children play a role in my pageantry and my organization. Everything I do, you'll see my kids in the background. They're right there. They're
Oh,
right there.
wow.
So
That's
I've
awesome.
inspired them more than anything, and that's where I'm proud of, because I'm trying to leave a legacy of servitude and giving, and that's what's important to me, and they're taking that on.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Yeah, one of my sons is the CEO of my organization. Kids Can Do It Too. My son that I've fought for the last 2 years, he's the CEO of Dads Can Do It Too, because he's a single father and because of what he went through. So it's passing on down, and that's what's important.
And I have to say, you fought for him, honey. I guess they said, would y'all please let this boy out?
Yes.
They were sick of me. I told
I
them they
know.
were sick of me.
Baby,
Sick of me.
they got tired of looking out the window at you. They said, well, go get him. Get his shoes. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. Because this one is not going to let
Go
us
send
go.
him to his mama. Yeah,
Please
go send him
send
to his
this lady
mama.
away.
Honey.
Send this lady away. Send her away.
Baby, because she was out there with her signs. Y'all gonna let him go. Y'all gonna let him go.
Yes, I remember those days. I remember that.
Right.
No shame. No shame.
You fought for your son. You fought for him.
I fight for anyone else.
Yeah.
I fight for anyone else.
I mean, you was that should really resonate.
Here he is right here. Come say hi.
That should really resonate in his heart. Is that him?
Yeah, here he is right here.
I can't see him. That should really resonate. Honey, your mother used to be out there. Hey, baby. She used to be out there. I said, they threw your butt out. Get him out of here. He about sick of his mama every day. Every day. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. I said, this woman gonna get her baby. Then she said, y'all, my baby coming home. Yes, he is coming home.
Yes.
I love that about you, though. I mean, you was out there for him, and I know that he loves you for that. That is so special that you all's children are there when you compete. What about you, Lauren? Do you have children? She's frozen. Lauren is frozen again. That is so wonderful. I am enjoying this conversation.
But you know what I realized, Miss Barbara? I realized at first I was angry, and I said, why did this happen to me? And once I got involved, I realized it wasn't for me and my son. It was for all of those mothers and sons that have been railroaded by the system. And I showed them that they needed to fight.
You sure did. You sure did, Lasagna, because you fought for him.
And they had a right to fight, and that they had a right. So
and you taught them how to do it. You taught them how to do it. You led by example. You was there every day. I said, Lord, she out there again.
Dignity and respect. I didn't do it violently. I carried myself like a queen. I fought with grace and God's, presence. So that's what was important too. So
yes,
I'm grateful.
That is wonderful. Lauren, are you back with us?
I'm here.
Okay.
Awesome. I can hear you, Lauren. I didn't know if you had children or not. I was asking a question about children. Oh, okay.
No real babies for me. No babies for me, but I have also found pageantry as a way for me to impart an impact in our little ones. I have to say, yes, I compete and do this space, but the most awesome experience through pageantry for me is when I judge or go see the little ones. Right. You get your 4 to 6 year olds that you get to sit and do the interviews, and you get to talk to them and meet with them and share those moments. So, I would say I have little pageant babies across the country that at the ages of 4 and 6 that, you work with them to sit and have those little conversations and for them to feel pretty. And the ones that, are shy or that have been bullied or that are battling certain things that are going on in their life. And you can just speak life into a little girl. So, that's the beauty of pageantry as well for me. And like I said, I have like pageant babies everywhere. So those are my kids.
That's wonderful. Ladies, in your parting words, what advice would you give? What empowering word, I should say, what empowering word would you give to the ladies that are viewing you right now? Sharon, what words would you leave with the ladies that are viewing you right now? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you.
One thing that I would say, and I learned this from my pastor this week, is to make a commitment to yourself. Make a commitment to be a better version of the person that you are today, tomorrow.
Okay. 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 Lasagna?
For me, I would say take nothing in life for granted. Always appreciates God's grace and mercy. And whenever you have the ability to bless someone, do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Lauren?
So for me, I would say just to in any and every single woman is that you have a voice and you have a purpose.
Yeah.
And to seek the platform and opportunity for you to share your story to bless someone else. There's power in your story. There's power in the things that God has brought you through. There's power in your testimony, and just to allow yourself the freedom and confidence to express that.
Yes. You know, I still have ladies right today, and I haven't done a pageant since 2016, but I still have ladies today saying, are you doing pageant? Are you still doing pageant? I would love to be in a pageant. So, you know, you have women who still want to be in a pageant. They still want to be in that pageant.
In your pageant.
Okay.
Come on. That's right.
Ooh, that's a lot of work. But you know what? I got queens like you now. I got queens like you guys that I can get advice from, right? Because when I did those 2 pageants, I was just right out the gate. I didn't know a lot about pageantry, but that's me. That's my personality. I usually, if God gives me a vision, I'll run with it. I don't wait. I usually put the cart before the horse, and then I learn as I go along. But I still have white and black women that contact me and say, would you ever do a pageant again? I just really want to be a part of a pageant. I don't know. That's a lot of work. Takes up a lot of time. But we never know. We never know what God is going to do. I thank God that Miss Voluptuous is doing wonderful in other places. You know, she has, I have to say she has really taken that brand. I think it's Miss Voluptuous is in Minnesota. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And that's just one vision from God, you know. But I'm so happy that the women are part of that system, and that they, looking at the pictures, they just really are enjoying themselves. So we never know what God is going to do down the line. I love empowering women. That's why I created Motivational Monday, to empower and inspire, and to have women to come onto this platform and share what they do and how others can get involved. So ladies, with that, I want to say thank you all so much, queens, for being here with me and sharing with me all the great things that you guys are doing.
Thank you for having us. You're such a blessing.
Wow. The queens are here, baby. I'm telling you, that puts a whole nother twist on when the queens show up. And you guys I know you guys experiencing it, but for someone who don't wear a crown, and just to see a crown come in the room, it just does something. I'm telling you, you guys' interest when you come into the room, you be like, move, let them through, let them through. And everyone wants to take a picture with you. I know that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to take a picture. I know Lasagna was with me at Dunbar. They was doing a pageant there for the young ladies at Dunbar. And they was like, they wanted, I just got on out the way. She got the crown. Honey, I don't. Let me move, and stuff.
The cutest thing is with the little ones. It's the cutest things with the little ones. Like, and the other ladies know about this. When you have your crown and like you're going through the airport, honey, don't let a little girl see that crown in that case. She will make a beeline. And the mother is like, what is going on? And they look, they're like, and they just point at it. Like, yeah, like it's what you think. And they just look at it like they're ready. They
That's the princess. I see there's a princess. I want to see the princess.
Yeah, isn't that what it is? Isn't that what it is? And don't they eyes light up? Yeah, you know what? You ladies, y'all doing a wonderful thing. When those little girls see you all, when they see and you all look like them, right? Mm-hmm. And they see these are Black queens. Oh, they'll call you princess. These are princesses because that's what they from all the Disney movies and the princesses that's in there. That's a princess over there.
Yep.
And what that does to them as little Black girls, I mean, you guys just cannot fumble. You can't fumble with this, or take it lightly, because you are, and listen, you're not only inspiring little girls, you're inspiring women as well. That's another thing. That's another thing, inspiring women, inspiring them in their life. So listen, ladies, continue to do what you're doing. Thank you all so much for being here. I don't know what that is, what that screechy stuff is that's going on. That's technology. Well, I think it's time for us to leave, but I appreciate you all being here. Thank you guys so much. I definitely will be calling on you again. I will be calling on you guys. And when I call on you, bring your crowns, honey. Bring your crowns. Bring your crowns.
Yes,
I love you all. I wish all of you guys much success. Love you, Sharon. Wish you all much success. And I would definitely be talking with you all again. Thank you all so much for being on Motivational Monday. Thank you, Sharon. You all on TV and you're doing some of everything. I don't know what else going to be going on with you, but just all the wonderful things that she is, Lauren. She is a good Lord.
I see her. I watch her. I'm like, oh, there she go over there. There she go.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing about you all. I just watch everything. Lauren, I done seen all your pictures when you was, yes, honey. I watch women. Social media is a wonderful thing. I said, oh, that's a beautiful picture of her. I think it was one you was like on a chair or a chase or something. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And Sharon's pictures are gorgeous. They really are. They are really gorgeous. Congratulations, you all. I will be calling on you again. Thank you all so much for being on Motivational Monday. Make sure you share this show with your friends. All right, ladies.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.